This is Old Pete, and welcome back to Radiowave Nostalgia. Tonight you're resting inside an old American barn, seated comfortably atop a stack of hay after a long ride beneath the western sky. Beyond the massive open barn doors, your horse waits quietly in the corral, while a soft layer of nighttime mist drifts across the lake and settles gently over the distant mountains. The lantern light glows warm against the old wooden walls, and beside you, the radio crackles softly through the stillness of the countryside. Tonight's broadcast brings us two adventures from the six-shooter. The beloved Western radio series starring James Stewart as Britt Ponset. First airing in 1953, the program became one of the most respected Western dramas of the golden age of radio. We begin tonight with the capture of Stacy Gault, first released in 1954. A tale of pursuit, frontier justice, and dangerous men hiding somewhere beyond the lonely western trails. So settle back against the hay, listen to the lake breeze drifting softly through the barn, and ride along into another long western night here at Radiowave Nostalgia.
I sure couldn't figure it. I'd ridden down the whole main street all the way from Seth Tooley's bank to Ma Benson's rooming house, and I hadn't seen a single solitary person. The stores were closed, shut tight. There wasn't even a wagon or a horse out in front of them. It looked like the town of Elk Point had just up and gone to sleep, but that didn't make sense either, not at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Whoa, Scar. Whoa. Well, Ma Benson didn't know what the trouble was. She always had a pretty good notion about everything that went on in Jackson County. You know, folks always used to say that's why the Elk Point Gazette kept going broke. You know, old Sadie Benson was too much competition.
Who is it?
Britt Ponset.
Britt?
Yeah.
Well, how do I know it's you?
Well, opening the door might be one way of finding out.
Does sound like you're all right. But if it ain't, I'm just a poor widow woman without a cent to my name. I don't think you're going to
Oh,
get...
come on now. Come on, Ma. Open up the door.
Oh, Britt, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Well, don't just stand there. Get inside, quick, so I can lock up again.
Oh, sure. All right.
You can't imagine what a fright you gave me when I heard you knocking out there. Oh, but I must say there ain't anybody I'd rather see today.
Well, now, that's a very flattering greeting, Ma, but what's behind that?
Oh, now stop joshing me, Britt. At a time like this when we all might be murdered any minute.
Murdered?
Stacy Gault is headed this way. Don't tell me you didn't know.
Gault?
That's what I said. Stacy Gault.
Stacy Gault. Oh, I hadn't heard he was in these parts.
You hadn't heard?
No.
Then what on earth brought you to Elk Point?
Oh, I was just passing through on my way to White River. I thought I might stop off long enough to have one of those fine home-cooked meals of yours. Isn't that reason enough?
Well, you're heaven sent, Britt Ponset. That's what you are. Heaven sent. Come on out in the kitchen with me while I give you the news.
Sure.
I was fixing a batch of cornbread. I had to do something to keep myself from thinking about what might happen. Oh, you can draw up that stool there if you like.
Oh, thanks.
Before you sit down, hand me them eggs, will you?
Eggs? Oh, sure. Here they are. Here you are.
Well, now, the first sign of trouble was when Gault held up the Fargo station over at Fort Shafter. That was 10 days, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Well, Shafter's 200 miles from Elk Point.
Well, that's why folks didn't get too excited. Not then, anyhow. We never figured he'd come this far west. He never had before.
Yeah, I guess that's so. Yeah.
But last Monday, he was in White River.
Oh?
Robbed the White River First National. Got away with over $50,000. $8,000. Marshal Andrews, he's the district marshal over to White River. He trailed Gault 5 or 6 miles out of town, and then he lost him. But there wasn't no doubt which way Gault was fixing to go. Oh, now where to put that pen? Oh, yes, here it is. Well, anyhow, just this morning, Ed Scott came barreling into town. He's got the old McBride Ranch out in Easter Canyon, you know.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Well, Ed seen him last night riding through the canyon.
He's Gault, huh?
Couldn't have been nobody else. Ed recognized him right off, he did.
He did. I thought you said Gault had never been around Elk Point before.
Well, there's pictures of him, ain't there? On them wanted posters?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, I know I've left something out of this batter. If I could only think what... Oh, my stars, bacon powder. You know, when you use sweet milk, you got to put in baking powder, or the bread just don't raise up at all.
Is that fine?
That cupboard right behind you, Britt, please.
Back here?
Yeah, that door there. Right there. There. Yeah, it's on the second shelf. Little red can.
Red can.
That's the one. Well, now, like I say, Ed brung the news to town this morning.
Mm-hmm. And that's when everybody took cover, huh?
Well, what else was we to do without a single able-bodied man to defend us?
Oh.
Eddie Scott rounded them all up, formed a posse, and went out hunting Gault.
Oh, now, what about Sheriff Henry? It sounds like that'd be his job, wouldn't it?
Sheriff Henry ain't here.
Oh, I see.
Just when we need him most, he's delivering a prisoner over to county jail at Jackson.
I see.
And, of course, that gave Ed Scott his chance to take charge. He's always been the pushing type, wanting to run everything. I guess he figures if he can capture Gault, it'll be a real feather in his cap. Not to mention the $10,000 reward the White River First National is offering.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
It sure is. 10,000. Oh, can you open the oven for me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, be careful, Britt. Now, don't you burn yourself. You better use that dish towel there on the rack.
All right.
I don't know why I bothered making cornbread. Won't be anybody here to eat it. Except maybe you, Britt. You'll stay for supper anyway, won't you, in spite of this Gault business?
Well, it would take more than Stacy Gault to do me out of some of your cornbread. Gee whiz, I'd ride 20 miles just to get a whiff of it.
Oh,
I
now,
would, yes.
Britt. Well, my cooking's all right, but it ain't nothing exceptional.
No,
Oh, you always was one to hand out the blarney. Oh, mind you, don't stop it. You'll have me so flustered. I won't know whether I'm coming or going.
Yeah, well, I think I'll go out and put Scar in the barn.
Well, you're welcome to feed him. There's plenty of hay.
Thanks. Ma.
Yeah?
Now, you weren't serious about there only being 2 of us for supper, weren't you?
Well, I sure was.
Well, but they used to have plenty of boarders, more than you could take care of.
Oh, I've still got my boarders, Britt. But they're all out with Ed Scott's posse.
Oh, I see.
I told you, there ain't a male between the ages of 10 and 60 left in town. Besides you, of course. Why, even old man Fletcher went along with that posse.
No.
They had to help him onto his horse, but he went. Well, you better hurry now, Britt. I'll have supper on the table by the time you get back from the barn.
It is quite a supper, too. Baked ham with brown sugar dripping down the sides, and mashed potatoes swimming in gravy, enough green lima beans to feed the whole population of Elk Point. And that cornbread, gee whiz, it just light yellow and fluffy with homemade maple syrup to pour over it. I tell you, when I started eating it, I figured I'd have a hard time making a dent in the plate Ma put before me, but the next thing I knew, I was asking for seconds. No, just a thin slice, Ma. No, that's too much. That's too much.
Now, I'll only have to throw it away.
Just go easy on it. No, I don't know, though.
There. A few more potatoes?
No, I don't want any more potatoes.
All right, Britt, just a few.
No,
beans?
No, I don't want any more
now,
beans.
Now, you can't eat ham with nothing to go with it.
No, I don't want any.
Oh, goodness. Here you are.
Well, gee. Well, how about you, Ma? You've hardly touched any of your food.
Oh, what you cook yourself don't taste as good somehow.
Oh, you're not still worrying about Stacy Gault.
Oh, certainly am not. Not since you showed up. If he come into town now, you'd take care of him.
No, I don't imagine he'll get past Ed Scott's posse.
And you don't know Ed Scott very good. Why, he'll have that posse running around in circles. I'll bet you could drive a herd of cattle right through the middle of them men, and they wouldn't even notice. Oh.
You want me to answer it?
No, I'll see who it is. You might keep your right hand free, though, just in case. Who's there?
Who's there? It's Seth Tooley. Yeah.
Seth. What are you doing back? You ain't caught Gault, have you?
No, we ain't caught him. Is Britt Ponset in town? My wife thought she seen him going into your place this afternoon.
Yeah, he's here, but
Get out of the way. Oh, I gotta talk to Britt.
Hello there, Seth.
Britt, he's in Elk Point. Stacy, Gault is in Elk Point.
No.
Yes, he is. I saw him not 5 minutes ago riding over the South Creek Bridge. He means to rob my bank. I know he does. That's the only thing he could have come for.
Well, you've got more than enough men to take care of him, haven't you, Seth?
The posse's still out combing the hills, away out in the hills, yeah.
What? Seth?
Well, my rheumatism started acting up. It was paining me something terrible. I had to drop out and come back alone.
That rheumatism of yours is sure a convenient sickness sometimes, Seth.
Well, you can be mighty thankful for it tonight. Otherwise, Gault might have got by unnoticed. Oh, we got to move fast, Britt, before he reaches the bank. I brought him 44. I figured the two of us together.
Now, just hold on, Seth. What makes you so sure the man you saw was Gault?
Oh, it's got to be him. Fits his description to a T, to a T.
Pretty dark out there, you know.
He was on the trail from White River. There's nowhere else could have come from. Britt, we all know Gault was headed this way.
What did I tell you? He got through Ed Scott's posse just like I said he would.
Yeah, he might have at that. There was a couple of times when we sort of lost our whereabouts. Well, come on, Britt. You ain't going to leave me to take care of Gault all alone, are you? Not that I'd be afraid to try it, of course.
All right, Seth. I'm coming. I wasn't quite finished my supper, but
Well, now who on earth?
Now, wait a minute. Wait. Don't answer it, Ma. Why, that might be Stacy Gault.
Oh, now, why would Gault be coming here to Ma's place? Now, I'll see who it is.
Well, I'll cover you, Britt. While you open the door, you ain't got a thing to worry about. I'll cover you.
Howdy.
Sign out front says rooms. I'm looking for a place to stay.
It's him, Ma. It's him.
Well, come on in. Here, this is Ma Benson. This is her rooming house.
Evening, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm full up.
Oh? Well, that's too bad. I was only going to be here one night. Any place else I might stop over?
No, that is not that I know of.
Well,
Before you go, mister,
yeah?
we don't mean to be nosy or anything like that, but would you mind telling us what you're doing here in Elk Point?
I got some business at the bank tomorrow.
The bank? Oh.
That's right. What are you doing with that gun, mister?
What?
Here, let me pick it up for you.
No. Hey, never mind. Just leave it there. Just leave it.
Laying on the floor?
Well, it ain't loaded anyway.
A man's a fool to carry an unloaded gun. Say, what time's the bank open up in the morning?
It ain't open tomorrow. Tomorrow's a holiday.
That's so? Funny, I didn't know.
Well, it's kind of a special holiday just here in Elk Point.
Oh.
You came from White River, didn't you, mister?
That's right. How did you... Oh, you heard about me. I was on my way here, huh? News sure travels fast, don't it?
Yes, it sure does.
Well, if you haven't got a vacant room,
You sure you can't squeeze them in somewhere?
Yes.
You know, since some of your regulars won't be back tonight anyway, you could... How about it, Ma?
Well, I guess I could find a place for him if you really think...
I'd appreciate it, man.
Well, just follow me upstairs, and I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, mister.
No trouble.
Well, what's the matter with you, Britt? Get Ma to let him stay here.
Well, if he's Gault, well, this way we'll be able to keep an eye on him, don't you think?
If he's... You seen that satchel he was carrying, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, don't you see? That's where he's got the stolen money. You can bet your bottom dollar on it.
Mm-hmm. No.
And, Britt, you heard what he said about my bank. He was telling us plain as day that he means to rob it. That's the way Gault is. Everybody says so. You better stop that eating and listen to me. He comes right out and announces what he aims to do. Don't make no bones about it. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I didn't hear him mention anything about robbing you, Seth.
You didn't. How much plainer could he make it?
Yeah, well.
And you, Britt, I'm surprised at you. He was standing there wide open. Why, you could have outdrawed him without even half trying.
Well, I guess either of us could have done that, Seth, seeing as how he wasn't wearing a gun.
What?
Pass me that cornbread, will you?
The lantern glows softly against the barn walls while distant mountain fog drifts quietly across the lake beyond the open countryside doors tonight. Outside the barn, your horse stands silently beneath the stars, while the warm radio beside the hay carries another western story through the peaceful darkness.
Now, Act 2 of The Six Shooter, starring James Stewart as Britt Ponset.
Seth Tooley just stood there watching me finish up supper, and the expression on his face didn't help my digestion much. He sure did look disgusted. But I just wasn't convinced that this new fella and Stacy Gault were the same man. I'd never seen Gault before, of course, and the fella Ma took upstairs did look something like the wanted posters, and he had come from White River. That's all true, but no doubt, the poster pictures and the satchel and where a man comes from just don't prove he's an outlaw. At least not for certain.
You gonna sit there eating all night?
No.
Britt Ponset!
No, I'm done now.
Well,
he's not robbing your bank, Seth.
Well, what do you want me to do? Wait till he tries it?
No, now look. Now, we're not sheriffs or deputies, and we can't arrest somebody just on suspicion. And besides, I don't think he's Gault.
Oh, you don't?
Now, just don't stand to reason. Now, why would Gault come riding into town here? He knows everybody's on the lookout for him.
Well, with that posse out in the hills, he's a lot safer here in town than he would be anywhere else. And don't think he don't know that, too.
Well, it's about time to turn in, I think.
Britt!
Now, look, Seth, when Sheriff Henry comes back, he can arrest this fellow if he wants to. I think he's making a mistake. I think he'd be arresting the wrong man, but, well...
Britt Ponset, I'll never forgive you for this. Not if I live to be 70. 90.
No, Ma.
Leaving me at the mercy of a killer. Why, we'd have been better off if you never showed up in Elk Point at all. This is terrible.
Now, just take it easy, Ma.
Take it easy? Stacy Gault staying right under my own roof?
Now, you could be jumping to conclusions, same as Seth here.
Oh, am I? Do you know what's in that satchel?
Nope.
Money. Stacks and stacks of it.
No, now, Ma.
I watched him through the keyhole. He took it out and started counting it. And there's slips of paper fastened around the bills. And the printing on that paper says White River First National Bank.
There, you see.
You sure of this, Ma?
Well, I'm sure own eyes, ain't I?
Well...
All right. And that ain't all he's got. You remember what it said on the wanted poster about how Gault always wears yellow leather gloves?
Yes, I remember.
Well, he's got the gloves, too. Right there in the satchel with the money. Ha! Ha!
You satisfied now, Britt?
Seth, you gotta find the posse and bring him back here as soon as you can.
All right, Ma. You'll see that he don't get away, Britt.
Yeah, yep, I'll see to
Oh,
it.
for heaven's sake, Seth, hurry.
Sure, Ma, sure. I'm a hurry.
Gee, I'm sorry if I got into something, Ma, but I just can't believe...
You can't believe what, Britt?
Nothing, Ma, nothing. Well, Ma cleared off the table and took the dishes out the kitchen. Well, I offered to dry, but she said she'd rather do them herself, so I went into the parlor to wait. The fellow upstairs was moving around and getting ready for bed. At least, that's what I hoped he was doing. His room was right over my head, and when the bed springs gave out a little creak, I felt a little better about things. About 20 minutes later, Ma came out and sat down in her rocker beside the fireplace. She was crocheting one of those doodads you put in the arm of a chair, you know. We didn't do much talking. Not for the next couple of hours, we didn't. And then about 11 o'clock, the posse came riding up. Well, must be them, Ma.
Oh, it's about time. Well?
Maybe you'd better wait in the kitchen in case there's any trouble, huh?
There won't be no trouble now, thanks to Seth Tooley.
Yeah. Well, anyway...
Oh, all right, Britt, all right.
He's still here, Britt?
Yeah, he's asleep.
You know Britt Ponset, don't you, Ed?
Yeah, sure. Now, here's the plan. The rest of the boys have got the house surrounded.
Whole house surrounded.
Gault couldn't get out no matter what happened.
Uh-huh.
All right, now. The three of us will go upstairs. Come on. Now, as soon as we get to his room, I'll kick the door open. Then we all blaze away at the bed.
No. Just hold on here a minute. Just hold on.
Yeah? Well, what's the matter,
Now, what you're talking about is cold-blooded murder.
Whoa. Just giving him a dose of his own medicine, that's all.
That's all?
Yeah. Now, Ed...
Now, don't tell me you still ain't satisfied that he's Gault.
Maybe he is. That doesn't matter. He's entitled to a trial just like everybody else.
Oh, use your head, Britt. If we try taking him alive, he's bound to get one or two of us first.
Uh-huh. Well, that's the way we're going to take him, anyway.
Now, Britt.
Now, you wait here, both of you. I'll bring him down to you. And I want your word that he goes to jail in one piece, huh?
I can't promise nothing like that. The boys outside are pretty mad about it.
Maybe the boys would like to shoot it out with both Gault and me.
Britt, you don't...
What do you say, Scott?
Well, all right, Britt. He goes to jail. But so help me.
Seth, how about it?
Sure, Britt, sure.
But if anything happens to you, you got nobody but yourself to blame.
Only yourself.
Upstairs hall was pitch dark. I moved along quiet as I could. I'm trying to remember where the doors were. It's been a couple of years since I'd stayed at Benson's. I wasn't just sure which room. I pressed my ear against the door and listened. I couldn't hear anybody breathing inside, so I headed for the next door. Right there, now. I had my hand on the knob when I hooked my leg on the hall table, and I reached out to catch him. Oh, he'd be awake now, so I had to move fast. I swung the door open and brought up my gun.
Who's there? What do you want?
Stay where you are, and don't reach for anything.
What? Huh? What are you talking
The lamp right beside his bed gave off enough light so I could see him. I leaned over and turned it up. He hadn't moved. He just sat there, eyes wide open, blinking.
What's going on here, mister?
I think you better put your clothes on.
Oh, sure. Whatever you say. But why? What's all this about?
Well, there's some boys downstairs want to talk to you.
Me?
That's right.
I don't know anybody in these parts.
Well, they know you. At least they think they do.
Oh?
Yeah, they claim you're Stacy Gault.
Gault?
That's right.
Why, they're crazy, plumb crazy.
They are?
Ain't they heard? How could I be Gault?
What do you mean?
Gault's in jail, White River. He was captured, locked up the day before yesterday.
You sure that?
I ought to be. I captured him.
You...
The proof's right there in my satchel. Reward money. White River First National paid it to me yesterday.
No.
And Marshal Andrews gave me Gault's yellow gloves as a sort of memento of the occasion, along with a letter of congratulations. Yeah. You see him?
You captured Stacy Gault?
Well, it was kind of accidental. You see, I'm a drummer. Travel around selling gadgets and things. I didn't know the cabin was Gault's hideout. Looked like any other cabin to me. Thought there might be some kids living there. So I was getting up my samples when the door opened. Guess he thought the six-shooter I was holding was a real thing. Of course, it did look mighty genuine for an imitation. They sure make realistic-looking toys these days.
And he didn't try to shoot it out with you?
No. All he said was, okay, you got the drop on me. I didn't know what he was talking about, but I was too surprised to say so.
Yeah.
Next thing, he handed me his gun and Well, it was about then Marshal Andrews come riding up. Marshal was real nice about giving me all the credit. Want to see the letter he wrote?
No. But you bring that down along with you, will you? What I want to see is Ed Scott's face when you show him that letter. That's what I want to see. So when he got finished putting his clothes on, I took Amos Foster, that was his name. I took him downstairs, and Ed and Seth, they were standing at the bottom, covering us with their guns. The letter from Marshal Andrews finally convinced them. They put their guns away and marched outside. And that was just about the unhappiest posse I ever saw, considering that they'd caught their man. Ma Benson, she came out of the kitchen in time to hear the tail end of Amos's explanation. She didn't say anything, just shook her head and then offered to make some coffee and heat up what was left of the cornbread. That sounded real good to Amos. It sounded good to me, too, except for one thing. I knew there wasn't any cornbread left to heat up. I sort of finished it off at supper.
That was the capture of Stacy Gault, outside the barn doors. The lake remains still beneath the drifting nighttime mist, while your horse waits quietly beside the old wooden corral. The lantern beside the hay bales burns a little lower now, and the soft crackle of the radio carries us deeper into another frontier story. Up next from the six-shooter comes Gabriel Starbuck, first aired in 1954. Another unforgettable Western tale carried through the long, quiet night.
The man in the saddle is angular and long-legged. His skin is sun-dyed brown. The gun in his holster is gray steel and rainbow mother-of-pearl, its handle unmarked. People call them both the six-shooter. The NBC Radio Network presents James Stewart as the six-shooter, a transcribed series of radio dramas based on the life of Britt Ponset, the Texas plainsman who wandered through the Western territories, leaving behind a trail of still-remembered legends.
How's that, Alf? Short enough for you? I asked you if it was short enough for you.
Well, give me the mirror so I can take a look.
There you are. Well?
Don't look to me like you cut it at all.
Oh, now, Alf.
It's still there, ain't it? Hanging down the back of my neck.
Well, I figured you'd want to be in style. Fellows in just the other day come from Kansas City. Said that's the way all the Easterners are having a haircut.
Well, I ain't no Easterner, and I don't aim to be spending a quarter every week for a shave and a haircut, so start slicing it off.
Okay. You need to get your head up.
Oh, sorry, Breezy. I reckon I ain't feeling up to snuff today.
Can't say as I blame you. I heard about the town meeting last night.
Yeah.
You, told him yet?
I don't see why everybody's in such a rush all of a sudden. They waited 40 years, a couple more hours ain't gonna make no difference.
You're, gonna do it today then, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it today.
Poor old Gabe. Wonder how he'll take it. I'm sure glad it ain't me that has to break the news.
Stop talking about it, Breezy, and finish my hair.
Well, Gabe's a sensible man. He's not gonna hold it again you, Alf, seeing as how the whole town's agreed.
Well, the whole town don't know him like I do. I was here when he first come to Yellow Crest. I don't know if it wasn't for Gabe Starbuck, there wouldn't be
Howdy, mister. Oh, you're next. It'll be a couple of minutes. Dodge City papers there if you'd like to read it while you're waiting.
Thank you. Nice.
Britt!
Now, you sit still.
Britt Ponset!
Huh?
Don't you remember me, Britt?
Why,
Alf Crandall?
Alf? Alf Crandall? Oh, sure, I remember you. Whoa, what happened to your beard?
Breezy here shaved it off 3 years ago.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. A couple of the boys paid him to do it while I was asleep in the chair.
Is that so?
I ain't never forgiven you for that, Breezy.
You could have growed it back, Al.
Well, it wouldn't have been the same. Took me 25 years to get that stand of whiskers. Besides, once Maddie seen me without 'em, folks do say I look younger.
Well, you look so young, I hardly recognize you.
Well, what about you, Britt? How's the world been treating you?
Oh, first rate.
Just hit town.
Yeah. I've been out on the Square Moon Ranch last month or so. I ran into a flock of sheep yesterday, and they gave me such a brotherly look, I decided it's high time I get a haircut.
Be right pleased to take care of you, Mr. Ponset. There. That ought to be short enough, Al.
Well, feels like you got some of it off anyhow.
Just let me give you a little brush. All right, there you go. Oh, thanks. Sit right down, Mr. Ponset. Well, what'll it be? Shave and a haircut?
Haircut will do it.
Well, you might as well have a shave, too, as long as you're here. I got the kettle on. The towels will be real hot. Why, you won't even feel the razor.
No, I don't think
No matter how good a man is at shaving himself, it's not the same as having a barber do it.
Oh,
now, you take having a horse shod. You don't do that yourself unless it's an
No,
emergency.
that's-
You go to an expert. Well,
That's
sir,
right,
it seems to
that's
me a man's face ought to be as important as his horse.
Yes, but
it
I-
seems
I-
to me
all
that
right.
when a fellow wants to get a...
All right, Brady. You can give me a shave, too.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ponset. Yes, sir. I'll just trim some of this hair off while the water's warming up.
You gonna be around town for a spell, Britt?
Just overnight, Alf. I'm due back to Square Moon tomorrow.
Well, I'd sure like to stay and chew the fat, but I'm due over to Gabe Starbuck's office.
Oh, say, how is he? Gabe. Gee, I haven't seen hide nor tail of him. Must be over 4 years.
Oh, that's right. You and him used to be real good friends, didn't
Oh,
you?
we sure did. It was Gabe Starbuck gave me my first pony.
Well, as a matter of fact, he's aging, Britt. He's aging fast.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He's not down sick, is he?
No, Gabe wouldn't let himself get down no matter how he felt.
What's he up to nowadays?
Same as ever.
Well, you mean he's still sheriff?
Yeah, he's still sheriff. At least he is today.
Oh?
Truth is, we had a meeting just last night. Decided the town's got to have a new sheriff. And that's what I'm going over to talk to Gabe about now.
You don't want it too short, do you, Mr. Ponset? Fellow was in from Kansas City the other day. Says back there folks ain't cutting their hair so short anymore.
Well,
He says
you better trim it pretty close, Breezy. I may not be in a barbershop again for quite some time, you know.
Whatever you say. Appears to me people around here don't want to be in style.
Nobody wants to get rid of old Gabe, Britt. But the town's changed. Well, we got near 700 people living here now.
That many?
Yeah, there's a new bank, too. Maybe you saw it.
Yes, I did, yes.
Not doing very good, though. Folks are afraid their money won't be safe. Oh, we haven't had any robberies, not for quite a spell. As long as Gabe's sheriff, well, there's not much he could do to stop an outlaw if one did happen to come our way. You know, old Gabe being so old and all.
Yeah.
Doggone it, Britt. We all realize that we owe him an awful lot. He cleaned up Yellowcrest. Made it possible for decent people to live here. Of course, that was 40 years ago. Things are a lot different now. We gotta have us a new sheriff, that's all.
Does Gabe know you're planning on replacing him?
No, we ain't told him yet, but can't put it off much longer.
I see. It's gonna hurt him pretty bad, isn't it?
Well, how would you feel if it was your place? You give your life to a town, your whole life, and they say, we're sorry, but we gotta put you out to pasture. You're too old.
Well, maybe if he was to have a deputy.
Well, we talked about that. Town ain't rich enough to afford 2 salaries.
Well, Gabe's got a good, sensible head on his shoulders.
That's what I said, Mr. Ponset. That's just what I said.
He probably won't like the idea of losing his job, not at first, but he'll see that you don't have much choice in the thing.
Now, you just lean back. That's better. And be sure and tell me if this towel's too hot.
Ooh.
A little warm?
I guess I can stand it.
I'm real glad you don't think we're being too hard on Gabe, Britt. Say, that gives me an idea. Well, seeing as how you understand the predicament we're in, about Gabe, I mean, maybe you wouldn't mind sort of preparing him?
No, wait, just a minute, Alf.
Now, your old friend, you said so yourself. It'll be different having the news come from you.
No, it's none of my concern.
Here's another towel, Mr. Ponset. Now, just lean back.
You're going to be seeing him anyway, Britt. Now, all you have to do is kind of lead the conversation around to him retiring, lay the foundation, and then later on, when everything's
I won't do it, Alf. I won't do it. Now, you're just wasting your breath. You just...
How in thunder am I going to get this lather on, Mr. Ponset, if you keep moving around like that?
I'm only asking you to talk to Gabe because, well, I'm apt to say the wrong thing. You know me, Britt, always putting my foot in my mouth.
And I'll hold still.
Now, Alf, I tell you, you're not going to put... Ouch.
Your own fault, Mr. Ponset. Now, I told you to keep quiet.
Please, he's right. Just sort of take it easy, Britt, while I sort of explain what I had in mind. And then if you still aren't willing...
Between the shaving and the hot towels and Alf harping at me, not that I agreed to tell Gabe the town was getting a new sheriff. I didn't agree to that, mind you, but all I said was that I'd sort of feel him out, see how the land was lying. Anyway, about 20 minutes later, I was coming along the boardwalk heading for Gabe's office. Well, it sure sounded like shooting to me. When I looked around, nobody seemed to be paying any attention. What's that? The fellows arguing politics over the post office steps. They didn't even stop to take a breath. And the ladies in Johnson's Mercantile, they went right on measuring yardage like they hadn't even heard it. Well, I was pretty sure where it was coming from now. It was right behind the sheriff's office. I opened the front door. No sign of Gabe. No sign of anybody, for that matter. And, then I saw him. Right through the back window. And I saw why folks hadn't been very upset about the gunfire. Gabe was having himself a little target practice out there, aiming at a tin can sitting on a pile of lumber. It had just been 4 years since I'd seen him last, but, he looked good 10 years older. Smaller, too. He kind of shrunk and bent over with thin yellow-gray hair and long, bony arms that didn't seem to have much meat on them. Yeah, he sure wasn't having much luck hitting that tin can, either. Hello, Gabe.
Who?
No, it's Britt Ponset.
I'll be doggone. Well, it's sure good to see you. For a second there, I didn't recognize you. The sun got my eyes. I blinded me, the sun.
Sure. How are you, Gabe?
Well, never better. Never felt better in my life.
Glad to hear it.
Well, I was just doing a little shooting.
Yeah, I saw you.
Oh, not that I need any practice, you understand, Britt. But I was worried about one of my guns. I think it throws a little to the left.
I say.
Yeah, that's why I missed my last shot. I guess you saw me miss it.
Oh, well, a man can't hit anything if his gun's not working.
Yeah. Well, let's go inside where we can sit down and have us a talk.
Fine.
Yeah. Well, you're looking good, Britt. Real good.
Oh, well, a little older, maybe. Well, I guess that happens to all of us, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Man's only as old as he feels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just take that chair, Britt, over there.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I'll sit by the window here, where I can keep an eye out on the street.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to hear that you're still sheriff, Gabe.
Don't see why it should have surprised you.
Well, you must be getting along, Gabe.
Oh, I'm 64, Britt. 64 last spring.
Now, Gabe.
Well, might be 65. The family never kept no records. But I ain't no older than that.
No.
Don't look no older.
No.
Do I?
Oh, no. No.
Huh.
You still living alone?
Well, of course I'm still living alone. You think I need a keeper or something?
Oh, no, I was just wondering if you ever got a hold of that ranch you used to talk about, that's all. You remember?
Ranch?
Yeah, don't you remember that? When I was a kid, you always said someday you're going to have a ranch. After you'd retired from being sheriff, of course.
Oh, I still aim to do it. When the time comes. Of course, there ain't no sense in thinking about it now.
Oh?
No. Yellowcrest is growing, Britt. Growing fast. That's when the town needs law and order the most. when it's busting its britches. And seeing as how I'm the only experienced lawman in these parts, well, it's my duty to stay on the job. I owe it to the folks here. Why, if I was even to think about retiring, well, they just wouldn't know what to do. They'd be plumb helpless. Well, I ain't got no choice, Britt. You know how it is.
Sure, Gabe. I know.
Cool night air drifts through the open barn doors as the old radio crackles softly beside the hay and quiet mountain lake tonight. The farther the night stretches across the countryside, the warmer the barn feels beside the lantern light and gentle hum of old radio stories.
We had a long talk, Gabe and me, sitting there in the office watching the wagons creak along outside the window. I guess we about covered everything. Folks we'd known, old times. The only thing we didn't discuss was Gabe's retiring from sheriff. Anyhow, after I left him, I had supper and took a little stroll. Oh, it must have been about 9 o'clock when I got settled down for the night in my room in the Parker Hotel. The bed was real comfortable, a lot softer than those bunks out at Square Moon Ranch. Maybe that's why I had so much trouble dropping off to sleep. Yeah? Yeah, who is it?
Alf Crandall. You asleep, Britt?
Oh, no. Come on in, Al. Oh, come on in. I'll just get this lamp turned up. Here. There we are.
I didn't mean to wake you. Ned Parker told me you only turned in a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I'll pull up a chair.
Thanks. You know, I was looking for you this evening after supper.
Well, I went for a walk.
Oh?
You were right, Alf. Yellow Crest sure has changed. That's a fine new church going up there by the creek.
Yeah. Well, what I wanted to find out, Bit, was whether you talked
Lots
to
of new
Gabe
buildings over south, too. Mighty fancy houses there. Some of them look like they're going to be 2 stories high
Britt.
over there. Yeah?
How'd he take it?
Why, how did he take what? Oh, you mean Gabe?
Well, who else would I mean? Well?
Well, I didn't tell him, Alf.
Huh?
I told you I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
I don't blame you, Britt. I shouldn't have asked you in the first place. It was my job.
I did kind of hint around once or twice, but I could see what it did to him. Just the idea of not being sheriff anymore. It's all he's got, Alf. He doesn't have a family and kids to worry about. Gabe's the sheriff of Yellow Crest, and if he ever stops being the sheriff, he won't be anything.
I know, Britt. I know, but what can we...
What's that?
The alarm bell. Must be a fire, I reckon. There's Mark Fawcett running down the street there. He'll know. Doggone this window. Stuck tighter. There. Mark! Mark, up here, Mark! What are they ringing the bell for?
Somebody robbed the bank!
The bank?
We're meeting over at the sheriff's office.
Well, I guess it was bound to happen sooner or later, Britt.
Yeah. Hand me my pants, will you? The bell was still ringing when Alf and I rode up to Gabe's office. Everybody in town must have heard of it by now. There were 10 or 12 men standing around the streets, others coming up from all directions. Gabe was standing right by his horse, right in the middle of things, taking charge. Well, there wasn't much doubt about it. He was still sheriff of Yellow Crest.
Britt, you boys know Britt Ponset, don't you?
Yeah, what happened, Gabe?
Well, it was just an accident. I seen him. An accident, pure and simple. They was riding out of the alley from behind the bank, giving the horses a spur. Couldn't get a look at their faces, but the way they was riding, that made me suspicious.
Uh-huh.
So I thought maybe I ought to see if everything was all right at the bank. Went around to check. Back door was broke open, wide open. People scattered around inside. Jim Waterby's over there now trying to find out how much they took.
Didn't try to follow them, the outlaws.
Well, they was gone before I knew they was outlaws. Before I knew for certain, that is. But I seen which way they headed. East.
That don't make sense, Gabe. They'd have to cross the Salt Flats if they went east.
Sure they was. That's the way they went. right toward the flats.
You must have been seeing things. Man, to be a fool to strike out that way.
200 miles without a water hole.
Oh, I bet they turned off, went up in them hills.
Well, I'm the one who seen them, ain't I?
$2,500, Gabe. That's what they stole.
Oh, that's so, Jim.
Sack of gold and a sack of currency. 2,500 as close as I can figure it.
Well, boys, let's see if we can pick up the trail. Easy, Rusty, easy.
They'll determine to chase him out onto them flats.
Yeah, we want to catch him, don't we?
If we do, we got to use our heads, Gabe. Men smart enough to rob that bank ain't going to take a chance on dying out there in that salt. They'd go for the hills.
Mark is right, Gabe.
You tell me I can't believe my own eyes.
Well, it was pretty dark. Maybe you got confused. Maybe it looked like they was heading east.
Now, we're only wasting time arguing with him. Let's go.
I'm the sheriff of Yellow Crest. I'm running this posse, ain't I?
Gabe, we're riding toward the ridge.
All right. Come on, Rusty. Come on.
Gabe! Hey, Gabe!
You can't stop him, Britt. When he gets his mind set, nobody can stop him.
Guess this just proves we was right about Gabe. He ain't up to the job of being sheriff no more.
Yeah, I guess you're right, sure.
Okay, boys, I'll lead the way.
Come on.
No, you got enough man without me. Search yourself.
I watched them winding along toward the rise of the purple hills west of town. After a couple of minutes, the night swallowed them up, and the hoofbeats trickled off into silence. All right, Scar, come on. I turned Scar east. It wasn't like Gabe to be stubborn about something as important as a bank robbery. Oh, I'll grant you, it didn't seem very sensible for a couple of bandits to take off across the salt flats. And Gabe's eyesight wasn't what it had been once, of course. I just couldn't believe he'd be dead wrong. Scar threw up his head when the smell of salt hit his nose. He sure didn't like the idea of walking out into it. Easy, boy, easy now. We're not going very far. Come on now. Nothing but white as far as you could see. Stretched out taut like a cavalry blanket. White salt picking up the moonlight and bouncing along ahead of us. The funny thing, though, there was only one set of hoof prints out there on the flats. Well, about 10 minutes later, I spotted Gabe. Whoa, boy, whoa. Whoa, boy. He wasn't riding very fast, so I slowed up. I figured it was just as well Gabe didn't see me. I didn't want him to think that I'd tagged along because I was worried about him, you know. And then the darndest thing happened. He swung his horse around and started backtracking. Here, boy, come on. I eased Scar over behind a couple of gray boulders so we'd be out of sight, and Gabe came right toward us. At first, I thought he knew where we were. Then he turned his horse again and walked him out in the salt. For a couple of minutes, I couldn't figure out what he was up to. It seemed to me like he was just wandering around, no purpose at all. And then the next thing that happened was even stranger yet. Gabe jerked his gun out of his holster and he began firing. But he wasn't aiming at anything. As far as I could see, he was just shooting up into the sky. Yeah, he left off 2 or 3 more shots and then wheeled around and galloped past me on his way back to town. And I saw him reach in his saddlebags and bring out a couple of cloth sacks and hook them over his saddle horn. They were the kind of sacks banks used for carrying money. Well, there just wasn't any doubt about it now. The story of that bank robbery was something Gabe had made up out of whole cloth. Oh, somebody had broken into the bank, all right. Well, it wasn't an outlaw, though. It was Gabe. Well, I waited maybe 15 minutes. Then I heard the alarm bell start off again. The posse was pulled up in front of Gabe's office. Bell must have brought him out of the hills. Gabe was handing the cloth sacks to Jim Waterby. I pulled up just in time to hear the tail end of what he was saying.
I ain't sure I hit him, you understand. This gun of mine's been thrown a bit to the left lately. But when I started shooting, they dropped these here bags and went galloping off. By the time I stopped to pick up the money, I reckon that's what's in them, well, them outlaws was just plumb out of sight. Yes, sir. I figured there wasn't much need of chasing them no further. Like as not, they'll never make it across the salt anyway.
Now, you did right, Gabe.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's all here. Every cent.
Hey, Britt, you hear what happened? Gabe caught up with the bandits, shot it out with them, and brung back what they stole.
Did he?
That don't seem possible. Them having a head start and all.
Well, you know Rusty when I give him his head.
Well, maybe the bandits was lost. Maybe they didn't know about them flats.
Yeah, I reckon they didn't. I reckon that's it.
If they knew where the bank was, they'd know about that salt.
That's right.
What are you getting at, Mark?
I don't know. There's something funny about this. There's two of them, you said, huh?
That's right.
Two of them against you?
Well, what's so funny about that? Many's the time I shot it out with more than 2 men.
Let's ride out there, boys, and have a look around.
Well, whatever you say, Mark.
Sure. Hold on a minute. I think maybe I can save you a trip.
Huh?
The fact is, I was following Gabe. I followed him right out on the flats.
What?
Oh, I know you didn't see me, Gabe. I was behind you, but I could see you just plain as day.
Now, Britt, you gotta let me...
You mean you seen the gunfight, too?
Listen to me, Britt, listen to me.
Was he telling the truth, Britt?
Yeah, that's right, was it?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I never saw a fight like that before, not in my whole life.
Britt.
What about the bandits, Britt? You get a chance to recognize them?
No, I'm afraid it didn't.
Didn't stick around, eh? Once Gabe started shooting?
No, Well, as a matter of fact, when Gabe was through shooting, well, it was like they hadn't even been there.
No.
I'll be darned.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was, all right. Just like they hadn't been there at all. I don't know how Gabe had found out that the town was talking about having a new sheriff. I guess he sort of sensed it, the way folks have been acting. Of course, after this hold-up, well, they figured out maybe they could afford giving him a deputy. Jim Waterby, that's the banker. He put up part of the money, and then they didn't have much trouble raising the rest. I had a little talk with Gabe just before I left town. We didn't mention that night out on the flats, neither one of us. But he did give me his word that the next time there's any trouble, well, he'd let his deputy do a good share of the taking care of it. But the way things worked out, though, there haven't been any more robberies in Yellowcrest. Not one single solitary robbery. They say it's because of Sheriff Gabe. Outlaws just don't want to tangle with him. They all must have heard about what happened that time a couple of them tried to hold up the Yellowcrest Bank.
I wonder if you really know how much good you're doing every time you buy Christmas Eve.
Another quiet western night slowly comes to an end here at Radiowave Nostalgia. Outside the great barn doors, the lake still rests beneath the drifting mountain mist, while the distant hills disappear quietly into the darkness. Your horse waits calmly beyond the corral, and inside the barn the lantern burns low beside the hay as the old radio hums softly through the final hours of the night. For a little while tonight, the frontier came alive once more through the unforgettable atmosphere of the six-shooter and the timeless voice of James Stewart. These old Western stories carry something special with them. The feeling of lonely trails, quiet campfires, long rides beneath open skies, and peaceful nights spent far away from the noise of the modern world. This is O. Pete for Radiowave Nostalgia, thanking you for spending another evening beside the radio. If you enjoyed tonight's Western adventures, be sure to subscribe for more vintage radio stories. Cozy frontier nights, mountain atmosphere, and classic Americana from another era. Until next time, keep the lantern glowing, the coffee warm, and the radio softly playing through the night.